We're going to move on to a little fireside chat. And we'll transition over to the boom mic for you. There you go. So I'll ask you to come on up.
Yeah.
And let's just have a seat here. Let's just have a little talk for a few minutes. So you can just join us right over here that way. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Turknet.
Okay. So hi everyone. I would like to thank Creatio just having me here and this great organization. Yesterday, I understood that I'm not alone in the sector. So just all the problems that we have mutual, So just lack of developers in the sector. So just I'm working at Turknet. It's a fixed broadband, let's say, provider in Turkey, and head of, let's say, growth. Just although we just hold 5% of the total market, 5% of the total market, we are more, let's say, the disruptor of the market. So just changing the game all the way. And one of our competitors here today. So just I'm going to hide information a little bit. So just due to pandemic, so just actually I'm relatively new in the sector. I'm e-commerce guy. So just worked for 8 years at eBay as a just let's say product strategist. Just one day I met our CEO, Jim, and he's really a genius guy, and just he shared the old strategy, what he wants to do. And then I asked Jim that, do you think that I am the right guy, for the telco? Because I have no idea about the terms, So just he answered, just what exactly we would like to have, here. So because telco is more traditional, approach has. So just they wanted to have, people from e-commerce, let's say. So how I joined the team.
Well, that's good. So Turknet's been live with Creatio for a few months now.
Yeah, a few months. Yeah, just.
And I think one of the things that I want to help highlight, and this I think is across the board, but specifically in the telco space, and it applies globally, not just in Turkey. You looked at multiple solutions.
Right.
You looked at some of our biggest competitors.
Right.
What were some of the differentiators that made Creatio stand out, and why did you choose us versus another player?
Yeah, so just actually we have two systems, in our company. The biggest one, the CRM system, was just developed by our founder. So the second one was Salesforce. Just for the in-house solution, just it's really difficult to develop, to maintain it. So just we believe that growth comes with happy customers, as the gentleman mentioned, earlier. So just we want to do, just some extraordinary things for our customers to make their life better. All these ideas, needs really huge resources, development resources. At that time, just we decided to find a new age, let's say, CRM system, and then we met Creatio. Just Creatio is not a company only provides, a service, So it's like just being a partner, Not like, just, hey, this is the system, and then you should use it or utilize it, let's say. So just they introduced, with the Creatio partners, and we got really impressed, how it is easy to use. No code, low code is actually our main focus in our company. But the support is really important, So just if you have this kind of massive changes, in your company, so you have to be supported by the company. So just due to, let's say, this POC period, we were really supported very well, and with both with Creatio and also by Creatio and also the partners. So just why we like the ecosystem and then the community that we would like to in.
Yeah, and you mentioned just a few minutes ago that one of the ways you look at Turknet is really as a disruptor, kind of
Right.
in the industry, and based upon that fact, you chose Creatio for some reasons we talked earlier. You mentioned the speed at which you could make the changes. We talked about
Yeah.
some of the capabilities that maybe weren't in an out of the box platform. Can you expand on that just a little bit and
So
help folks understand
yeah.
where we were different in that area?
So yeah, just we are a data-driven company. So just both Kelly and qualitative and quantitative. So just we have a really a solid, let's say, customer journey map. So just we are developing our service with our customers. So our customers are, let's say, a little bit power users, so just the early adopters as well. Just they would like to just the improvements to be done in a fastest way, So just they would like to use it immediately. So this is like a grave dilemma, So just you have the idea, but there is no resource. So just marketing guys or growth guys, let's say, just want to develop, things immediately. But on the other hand, just product and tech guys, they would like to consider and they would like to work on those tasks, So just because they have limited resources, so there are lots of ideas. So they would like to pick, up a few of them. So this is actually what we had, in the past. So the main idea was, just getting rid of this approach. So Creatio, so with the no-code developers, so just it's like a new title in our company. So just, of course, always we need developers, but we need also, let's say, no-code developers as well. So just to make live, all these, let's say, findings or tasks or the improvements.
Yeah, and the term no coders, right? I think we need to patent it if we haven't already, right? But it's in the book that's coming. But one of the other things we talked about early that you're really focused on and why you feel like you can be disruptive in the telco market in Turkey is your focus on customer journey.
Right.
Right. So when we think about customer journey, how has Creatio helped you map that out and really define what you believe is a best-in-class customer journey?
Yeah, from marketing perspective, just creating the lead and just making them subscribers and then activation. And the most important part is, just the support for just extending the lifespan, for of the customers. So just before Creatio, we had no idea, about the customers' previous, just let's say, steps, like which channel the customer came through, and then how was the activation, just let's say, step, and also what kind of expectation the customer, let's say, has. So just to see the big picture, why Creatio is important. Just fit, all our expectations, and we just had all modules, not only the support and marketing support. Yeah, why we just.
And you've chosen the full CRM bundle, right? So you've got sales, service, and marketing, and you started on this digital journey almost a year ago, right?
Yeah, right.
And you went through and you did your due diligence and you chose us, and we've kind of come out of that POCs phase now. What's your vision for what's next? Where are we going with this whole thing?
So just Creatio, as I mentioned earlier, is not just just let's say CRM service provider. So it's like a partner. So just being a part of this community. So just enhancing together. So just we are living in a fast pace. Moment. So just customer needs are changing so fast, and the new gamers get into game like just today we have Instagram, but 10 years ago we had it only Facebook and just let's say some just tech drivers not existing anymore. So it changes a lot. So it is not easy to keep all these intellectual property in the company, So just we would like to focus on only our business, just internet, and just understanding our customer and also improving our product, and rest of other CRM things we would like to outsource Creatio.
Sure, and that makes a lot of sense. So if we think about not just the CRM space, and you talked a little bit about some of the other business processes on the back end, from a growth perspective, you're the Chief Growth Officer.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think that, I don't want to ask the question again, but how do you think this is going to help you grow? How do you think this is going to help accelerate your growth to the point where your disruption will turn into the norm?
Yeah, so we believe in that growth comes with a happy customer, So just what happy customer means, we saw all, in previous session. So just they would like to have no issue, And if they have, so just they would like to be understood, by the company. So just for example, if you have internet connection problem, so just just they would like to be called, not just calling the company, say, hey, this is Irfan, I have an issue, I have no internet, so just can you please help me? The agent has no idea, what was the problem actually, and they started to ask, questions. Please, can you go to next to router and can you please check it? So this is the silliest way, for an ISP not understand the customer's issue. So what we would like to is, just all collecting the data on Creatio and just give insight to our, let's say, agents. And just as soon as a customer, let's say, has a problem, so just they must know, all the details. Okay, this is Irfan, and he has this kind of issue, so I'm going to solve it within 5 minutes. So just we had the similar issue a few minutes ago. So this is the solution might be. So this is very important to let's say boost the CSAT rate, and just we are growing through referral system. So just if you are happy, so just you tell your friends that, hey, you should join Turknet, not to stay in your let's say current ISP. So what we would like to do actually.
Yeah, and I know that it's like a lot of these different industries now, right? The cost of change for the consumer has come way down, right? Yeah. There's so many incentives, there's so many offers, and the barriers to change.
Right.
Arun talked about it earlier, right? Yeah. You're tied to your number. You're not tied to your phone, your telco provider, right? Same thing in the ISP space. You're not necessarily tied to the provider, right?
Yeah.
It's long as I have that service. So if we think about that, and we think about all the competition in the world, and where you're going from a growth standpoint, in 3 years, 5 years. Are you still going to be in this growth mode? Or are you going to be in a steady state? Where do you think you're going to be from
just,
a company?
yes, just as I mentioned, just we hold only 5% of the market, so just we have really extra mile to go to walk. So the thing is, just why we just actually companies called, disruptor, by its customer, because just we have no contract, so just anytime you can cancel. You cancel. So just through this thing, you have to be really, just good in the market, because if you sign a contract in Turkey, so just the customer has no chance to leave the ISP for at least 2 years, So why we are disruptive, So, and also just we have only single offer, highest, let's say, internet speed in your location. And we are the third company, ISP, which has, let's say, its own infrastructure, and just we are providing giga speeds to our customer. And we reached 500K so far. And this year we are, by the end of this year, let's say, we are going to reach 1.2 million residential with the giga offer, so 1 gig upload, download, so it's important. So we are in a growth approach way, let's say. So within 3 years, just we would like to reach at least, just 3 million just subscribers. and just 60% of them would be in our infrastructure.
That's an amazing story and an amazing growth rate, and you know, it's similar to the growth rate at Creatio. So understand the challenges that are in front of you, and all of the best of luck. And we appreciate you choosing Creatio to help you with your digital journey and being the disruptor in the space. Irfan, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you very much.